One really cool technique for actually speeding up your files, and it's something I've demonstrated at conferences before, is snapshotting data from the data model so that you can actually load pre-transform data and not be doing your transforms on all of your historical files. Now, the question is, how do you do that though? If you've got more than 1 million rows, you can't land them to an Excel spreadsheet. So what do? Well, if they're in the data model, you use monkey tools to extract your data into CSV files direct from the data model. And here's how you would do that. With our data model in place, we're going to go to import export, and we're going to use the export tables to CSV monkey. Now, when this opens up, it's going to look like this. You're going to have a nice little view here that shows you every single table that you have. So every single column that's involved in every individual table in your data model is listed here. And you can check the boxes for which ones you want, which tables you want, and whatnot. And at the end of the day, what will happen is when you actually go and click export, it will export all of these individual items. This particular view and this functionality is actually available even on a free license of Monkey Tools. The things that you lose on a free license though, is you can't define a custom prefix or suffix. You can't change it from comma separated values. We're going to force you to use those. And you can't flip into what we call our model view. And the model view is actually driven from fact tables out through dimensions so that you can actually start building customized views of your individual columns in one place. And this, for a data snapshot, obviously is going to be a really useful feature. So what are these other options that you don't have? Well, prefix allows you to define a custom prefix for every single CSV that's exported. So in this case, I can do it with today's date, and that will allow me, every time I run this, to automatically get a date stamp file with today's date. I can also change the file format that I want for my delimiter. Maybe I need something that uploads into another system, and therefore I've got to have a pipe delimited DAT file, although you can customize the extension too. So we give you a few different options in this particular case. I'm going to go back to comma because that's pretty normal. Don't need a prefix. Would you prefer to have a suffix after your file? You can do that too. You can even have both if you want, if you're on a pro license. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to run through the process in the model view here. I'm not going to export the sales table because it's pretty big, but let's export our budgets table. And let's do a little bit of work on this. So from the category side here, I don't particularly care for the category ID, but I do want the category, the group, and the amount. And from my locations table, I don't need much of this stuff at all. Really, I just want the location, but I actually don't want to call it location. I'm going to right-click it, and I'm going to call it store. And what you'll notice is that we now have location as store is the way that it's going to be exported. From my calendar, there's a ton of information here. I don't really care about most of it. I'm just going to go and grab the date because that's really the only piece that I actually need. So this is now giving me a customized budgets table, which I can then go and export. But of course, I've got to choose my destination. So you got a couple of different options here. You can actually left click this guy here, and this will allow you to browse for a specific folder that you're actually looking for. That's going to be your target. And I'll show you how the secondary part works once I've run this. So I'm going to go export right now, and you can see that it's gone and it's exported the CSV data into a file. I can now right click on this guy right here, and it will go and open that folder for me so that I can see there indeed is my budgets file. So left click, browse to, right click, opens the target so that you can actually verify it or check it or even see where that destination is. And if I go and open it up, you can see that indeed it's come through as a CSV file with all of the information that I wanted, included my column called store. So it's a nice, easy way to export customized tables from the data model. Now, what if I'm not using model view? What if I'm in free view? Well, let's go and uncheck this one here. Again, I'm not going to grab all of these tables, so we've already got budgets, so I'm going to leave that one alone. I'll take calendar and categories and items. I'm going to skip sales only because this one takes a good minute or two in order to run just because it's so big. But we'll grab the regular components here. Again, I can absolutely go and customize all these. You already know how that works. I'm not going to actually go and belabor that point. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to go and click export. And what you'll see is that in this case, of course, I have customized this with a prefix. So when I right click on this, you'll notice that we now have all of the additional CSVs all customized with a prefix. Of course, on a free license, you don't get the option to customize them with a prefix. So this would just be calendar, CSV, categories, items, etc. But the correct data is in there. We can even see, just by bringing this open, the file size that's going on. We definitely have a differing number of records between each particular file. So this is the export data from the data model feature inside Monkey Tools, our export monkey. I hope that you find it useful. Thanks for watching this episode of Using Monkey Tools. To get your own monkey, visit our website at monkeytools.ca. Or if you subscribe to Skillwave's Self-Service Business Intelligence Academy, you'll get a free annual pro license included with your subscription. And remember, Monkey Tools was developed to support better Excel and Power BI solutions. If you want to learn how to really master these tools, you should definitely check out our full course catalog at skillwave.training.